Yeah, it's late night, and I'm sitting around thinking, and who's calling that phone? It's somebody else's phone. It's not mine. Anyway, sorry about that. Probably nobody on the live stream anyway. But I was sitting there thinking, and it's like you ever know somebody, you know, that's broken, that goes through things, because I know a couple of people in my life that go through things, and you try to talk to them, and you try to reach out to them, and you really want the best for them, you know, but you gotta want the best for yourself, you know. Um, I can't live for you, you know. I can only try to, give you encouragement and, uplift you and give you advice from any information that I may know or any way that I may think, because I don't have all the answers myself. But I say to folks out there, I can't live for you. You gotta want it for yourself. And I say that about certain situations, personally that, behind the scenes I'm not really gonna go into, but just for anybody out there, nobody's gonna give you your life. You have to be willing to take it. You have to be willing to fight for it. Each day, whatever it is, and you just can't live for folks. You can want the best for people, but I say it's always a problem when somebody wants, you know, uh, a better life for you more than you want it for yourself. You gotta want it. I mean, I ain't gonna say you gotta want it. You should want it. But it's like a friend told me today. Sometimes people just don't have the strength, to be built up or to build themselves up. And you can pray for folks. You can well wish people. You can, try to give them tips and tricks and all kind of motivational speeches and stuff like that. But sometimes you just got to go out there and face what's in front of you. You got to look in the mirror and say to yourself, this is who I am. This is me with all my imperfections, with all my flaws, faults, and downfalls, and imperfect things that exist any type of way. This is who I am. And when you're able to modestly self-efface and look at yourself in the mirror and be honest with yourself, then you can be able to, to pick up the pieces. Then you can begin to live. Yas Poet says that's true, but being a positive influence is a crucial thing. That's what's up. Yes, I agree with you, Yas Poet. Being a positive influence is important, but anybody that's trying to be a positive influence, you have to be careful, because sometimes you can feed a person so much that you starve yourself, and you have to be careful not to feed somebody so much that you starve yourself. Saludos, Mel, says Soy Francisco Javier. Actually, I had a homeboy, back in the days, named Francisco. He had one of the coolest names, Francisco Claudio. That was a dope name. Um, Thanks for the two people that are in. Saludos. Yeah, I speak a little Spanish, poquito español, not much, not much. Um, Keith TV says hello, guys, hello, and yeah, this is just me talking about you know, um, folks being able to live for themselves. Um, have some dignity. Build up your confidence and stuff like that. You have to be willing to live for yourself. Not meaning like you can't live for others or whatever, but if you have struggles in life, nobody else can pick you up better than you can pick yourself up. Keith TV says, give the guy some thumbs up. Yeah, people support me. Keith TV, they support me. Believe me, I get tons of support, and I know people are sleeping right now. It's 12:55 a.m. on the East Coast. Still spreading love the Brooklyn way. I'm just doing this live stream because I had a thought on my mind. Literally, I was sitting there in the chair across from this table, and I was just thinking how you have people that you want the best for. You want everything to work out for them, but they have to want it for themselves. Victory Leo says already did. I know you're a big supporter of Victory Leo. I definitely got to stop by your channel. I got a couple of people I got to hit up, because the support has just been so great in these live streams. And Victory Leo says hi all. But I was just talking about people who, it's 10:55 in Canada. Is it PM or is it AM? Yas Poet says, have a good night, man. Stay up. Yeah, I'm going to stay up for a little bit longer. Thanks, Yas Poet. You're always a great supporter. And I need to check out your channel for any new spoken words and things that you may have. 12:55 a.m. Victory Leo says, yeah, it's 12:55 a.m. at least here on the East Coast. Maybe you on the East Coast as well, Victory Leo. But yeah, I'm just basically talking about in this live stream tonight about, you have a friend, a family member, a significant other. You may want the best for them. You may want it to work out for them. You want them to succeed in every type of possible way that they can. But they have to want it for themselves. The biggest mistake is when we think we can live for a person, or we could, want it more than them and it'd be okay. It's like a person trying to commit suicide and you stopping them. Let's say you take the person that wants to commit suicide and you tie him up to a chair and you stop them from killing themselves. And you say, you know what, I'm going to make sure you live just as long as I'm around you. And then the moment that you let them go, if that person doesn't want to live, they'll take their own life. So therefore I say, I can't live for you. You have to want to live for yourself. And not just for yourself being in a selfish way, but you have to want life, your life to be prosperous more than I want your life to be prosperous. And that's for those people that struggle with those things. And I take it to the flip side of it too. I know there's people out there, who are going through things and they don't have that strength built up. They don't have that fortitude, that confidence. We all go through things. I go through issues with my confidence and stuff like that at times too. I have doubts, I have fears, I have insecurities and things like that. I'm a human being just like anybody else. But I think what leads me and gives me hope and possibility for the future. Victory Leo says, well, I had an idea for your next stream. I forgot it. Hate when that happens. Don't worry, Victory Leo. I'm here. Anybody that has any ideas, just hit me up. I'll talk about whatever it is that you want to talk about. But back to what I was saying. You could want it for somebody so bad. You could have it in your heart, and the reality is it'll go nowhere if they don't want it for themselves. Because like I was saying, I go through things and stuff happens with me and I have doubts and fears, and who knows, sometimes you never know if you'll make it into the next day. Only God knows if you're going to make it into the next day. And what leaves me and gives me hope for the future are the possibilities of life. Is when I look at the youth, when I look at my niece and nephews, or possibilities of me ever having kids one day, or just trying to help future generations to become more, or looking at life and the possibilities that it brings, the possibility of moving humanity forward. I mean, maybe those are bigger, lofty goals, or maybe I'm a dreamer or whatever, I don't know. But it leads me past the imperfections. It leads me past the moments when, I feel down, when I feel worthless, when I feel like I don't matter. You have to keep pushing. You have to see the bigger picture, as the old timers told me. When you look for the bigger picture, you see things differently. It's like, I think Wayne Dyer, a philosopher, said, when you change the way you look at things, then the way you look at things begins to change. Vinji says, hey, Mel, glad I'm here. 2:58 p.m. Friday afternoon here. Interesting. Well, welcome to the live stream. I'm just talking about, basically people, having the confidence and the lust, the gusto for life. And if you don't have it, how we as people who want the best for folks, how, you can't really live for people. You have to be willing to live for yourself. You have to be willing to face yourself. Big Dude says hi. Hey, what's up, Big Dude? Cool name, Big Dude. And I say, for anybody out there on the other end dealing with a family member, a friend, be it they're going through some type of abuse, a drug habit, or a crazy relationship. Victory Leo says hi, Vinji. You can wish people the best. You know what I'm saying? You can pray for them. Victory Leo says, and hi, Big Dude. Okay. Big Dude in the house. Yeah. We want the best for people sometimes, but, the reality is they don't want it for themselves. And it puts us in a way sometimes, because you see the possibilities in people sometimes, and you're saying to yourself, wow, if that person only believed in themselves as much as I believed in them, I wonder what they could do with themselves. Vinji says, hey, at Victory Leo, what is up, my friend? Big Dude says, how you doing, Mel? I'm all right. It's a long day, actually. Yesterday was. Just expressing my thoughts on this live stream. I said, let me share with the people, talk to the people, and just speak what was on my mind. I have nothing scripted. It's just about me saying, look, you can't live for folks, when they don't want it. I can't want the best for you more than you want it for yourself. Because then at that point, it's me basically living your life better than you are. And, if that makes any sense. I say folks just gotta want it, and it's and don't let me just be abstract about it. You have to be willing to build up the confidence in yourself. If you're down in the dumps, you have to be willing to, like the Oz poet was saying, to have positive influence. Vinji says, Mel, people are never taught to be in the zone. The zone is where you can naturally find and express all emotions. You naturally find all without any reprisals. Yeah, true. People are probably never taught, how to be in the zone, how to get themselves, out of a funk or something like that. Victory Leo says, not much, just as a little bit down, but watch YouTube to bring myself up. Yeah, there's many different things you can watch on YouTube, many motivational videos, community of people to talk to, a whole bunch of different things that you could use to try to keep yourself going and stuff like that. And I just say, the biggest thing is that, folks have to really want it for themselves, man. You have to really want it for themselves. Or you don't have to. You could not. But I say to somebody that, is trying to reach out to somebody that's trying to, help somebody and, cheer for them. Vinji says, to get in the zone, you have to get rid of that feeling that anyone will think you're crazy. Yeah. Well, it's inspirational madness. I think Big Dude says, Mel, I love reading the Bible when I feel down. That's a great thing. That's a great thing, especially if you believe what you're reading. But there's different things. You got people you can lean on. You have to, be. You don't have to. I'm saying you have to. I'm speaking in absolutes now. You should be willing to just pick yourself up. Because the reality is we all fall down. We all have faults. We all have flaws. Even the most allegedly perfect among us, have particular issues and stuff like that. And what I say to that is don't give up on life. I try to help folks and inspire folks. And, I'm not a motivational speaker, but, just a concerned person. And I say that don't expect others to live for you. Don't expect somebody to want life more than you want life for yourself. You have to want to live. You have to want to grow. You have to want to be prosperous more than anybody else wants it for you. Because I'll tell you this much, just like I told anybody, it's a problem if I'm more passionate about the things that you're interested in than you are, and it's supposed to be your dreams and your passions. You should be more passionate about it. You should be, on level 10 or Super Saiyan 1000, for those that watch Dragon Ball Z. You should be going after it more than you go after anything, if it's your dream, if it's your life. Vinji says, when that part in life, people will tell you you're crazy, you know that you have nothing left to hide at that point. And people will form and point and will make a judgment or totally honest to you. Okay. Well, people will definitely judge you, when you are trying to get yourself together. But I guess this live stream is just about, people who lack the confidence, people who think that they can't be more than they are. And I say to you out there, you folks out there, there's more in you. You can be more. There's more than you can see. There's more than you know. There's more than you can even possibly imagine. Vinji says people are scared of being labeled crazy for being themselves. Yeah. A lot of times in society, we get taught that, we have to take a cookie cutter approach to life, and there's certain things that you have to do. There's a certain amount of kids. Rusty Faith says hi. Hi, Rusty Faith. I see you out there. A lot of times people do, get scared of being labeled in life, as opposed to, just, what, you can't really be concerned about what others are thinking about you. You can't be caught up in, you can be, but you shouldn't be, and it leads people to, maybe lack confidence in themselves and, give up on themselves. Vinji says, hey, at Rusty Faith, what's up? I think a lot of times people have situations where they don't learn how to live the best life that they can, to even have the confidence in themselves to try. A lot of times, I get, doubtful, and I have fears and, lack of confidence. But I look at myself and I say, what if it was possible for me to accomplish things? What if it was possible for me to go beyond what everybody else is saying that I could do? Big Dude says people that talk about us and stuff, it's not our real friends. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I could go on and on about real friends, people that, basically down you and talk about you and laugh at you and make a joke about the things that you're trying to do or what you're into. Those are not real friends. People that tear you down and label you and judge you, those are not real friends. And maybe sometimes that's part of the problem for why people can't be lift up, or they don't have the confidence, or they don't want to live for themselves. Vinji says, at Mel Random Life, who pointed me here to you, is a wonderful person indeed, and I sometimes see her go to low moods because of outside people. Yeah, but we're here for Random Life, and we try to encourage her because she's a great, inspiring, lovely person, and I wish her all the best, and I'm here for her, just like, any one of you that's out there that's just trying to, have a positive vibe out there in the world. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. But yeah, you try to be there for each other. Victory Leo says, whoa, just looked on your channel. Love that 1933 Chevy Vinji. Random Life is awesome. She has heart. Yes, she does. She very does. She's an awesome person, and she should be encouraged. She should be supported, so, why not? Why not spread love? And it's good. It's like a lot of times also people, they say, you get help from those when you help yourself, and people that are willing to help themselves and at least hear some positive things and have encouragement and have a positive influence in their life, they get lifted up, and Random is one of those people who's constantly looking towards the light, even though she goes through what she goes through. And I appreciate that, because I'll say to anybody, it's impossible for me to live your life more than you can, especially if you're the only one that knows how to live your life the way that you do, and I strive to push anybody out there to live the best life that they can, not the way I see it, not the way I envision it, but the way you see it, the way the best life that you're supposed to have. Vinji says at Victory Leo, the 33 Chevy is something so awesome. I don't know who and what to think, but I'm so lucky to have it. Yeah. Well, hey, 33 Chevys are a beautiful machine. Beautiful car. Muscle car. Nice. Yeah. But I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm just thinking, to those folks out there, they don't have confidence in themselves. I mean, I say believe in yourself, but not just because I'm telling you to believe in it, because there's more in you, there's so much possibilities that you probably haven't even explored, and so much of the surface that you haven't even cracked that you wouldn't even know. But a lot of times in life, we fail because, we just fail to try or make the attempt or give ourselves a chance. And I say to anybody out there who's, suffering from a lack of confidence or doubtful or fearful or just insecure about things, give yourself a chance. This includes myself, because folks can't live for you. You have to live for yourself. You have to be willing to take your life and, by the reins, by the hand, by the seat, whatever you want to call it, by the cojones, and live it out. Win, lose, or draw, it's your life, and nobody else can live it for you. Nobody else can live it like you do, and that's important, regardless of how anybody sees you or views you or puts you out there. It's your life to live. Try to live it to the best way possible. Try to be loving and caring and creative. Victory Leo says, I don't have a vehicle like that, but I have an antique playing card set in a box with a model going vehicle never opened. That's dope. That's dope. That's your passion. Go after it. Vinji says, people are scared to say what they have a YouTube family because of social repercussions. Well, listen, you could be afraid, but those fears can stop you from living your best life. Those fears can stop you from being as creative as possible. Those fears can take you somewhere you don't need to be. Victory Leo says, my dream car is a 1967 Shelby Cobra Mustang. Oh, wow. Vinji says, I love my YouTube family. There you go. And we love you back. Vinji says, and I always promote it. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Speak on it. Speak on it. You know, I mean, because look, you know, I say embrace those that's embracing you. You know, be encouraged by, you know, folks that are trying to lift you up and push you up. And some people just don't have confidence in themselves. Some people just don't believe in themselves. Some people just don't push themselves because maybe they feel invisible. Maybe they feel like they're nothing. Big Dude says, I got to go. Good night, y'all. Don't worry, Big Dude. I'm about to wrap this up myself because it is 1:12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the mean streets of Brooklyn. Yes, it is. But let me wrap this up. Victory Leo says, later, Big Dude. I just want to wrap this up with my final words and saying, look, to anybody out there, you know, that's, you know, facing any doubt, any fears, any frustration, you know, lack of confidence, anything that you may go through, you know, there's hope, there's possibilities if you give yourself a chance. If you find people who are positive, uplifting, upbuilding, who push you to be the best that you possibly can be. Get away from the negative environments, that people that tell you nothing, that people that tell you stupid, that the people that tell you crazy, the people that tell you this is not possible. People tell me all the time, me being on YouTube is a joke. This is something that's not worth my time. And guess what? I still do these videos anyway. I ain't make a dime off these videos. But guess what? I'm still going to make another video. I'm still going to do another live stream. I'm still going to do another vlog. I'm still going to put more poetry out there. You know, whether folks watch it in great numbers or they don't. And what I'm saying to you is live. Live your life, not just for yourself, but, you know, to help others as well. But first, you have to be willing to live the life that's set before you. And if it's not what you like, then you fight to make it better. Regardless of how the system is set up, regardless of your economic situation, regardless of, you know, whether you have a disability, whether your skin color, you know, your educational background, your family history, live your life, because nobody else can live it for you. But you can't find that best life or that best version of yourself if you're not willing to live it, because I can't live it for you. You have to live it for you. Whoever you are, whoever you're watching it, I mean, be it you somebody, you know, that I know, that I don't know, be it you somebody I speak to, be it you somebody I used to speak to and I don't speak to. You have to live your life for you, you know, the best life, you know, in a way that's fulfilling, in a way that's uplifting, upbuilding, you know. I really can't say it no more than that, you know. Renji said it's not about anything else other than being a decent human being and respecting one another. Hey, that's a great start. And I say to those folks out there, man, be willing to live your life, man, you know, because other people can't live it for you. And on that note, I think I'm done. Thank you for everybody that watched. Thank you for everybody that watch in the upload, coming later, coming soon to a channel near you. Vinji says good night, and I say good night, good morning, good afternoon, good day to anybody that watches this. I know I'm going on and on and on, but I'm just grateful for the support. And for those folks out there, again, I say you have to be willing to live your life, because I can't live it for you. And what that clearly means is that it's possible for you to live your life to the best of your ability if you give yourself a chance. Vinji says you will be remembered. Victory Leo says, just sub you, Vinji. It's all good. Spread love. Peace.